Okay, so hey guys, welcome back again. So it's been over a month since our last video, so quite a break. So there were a lot of things which have happened in the last month. Like after our last video, the first thing which happened was I got an offer from Amazon. As you all guys know, I have already made a video about it. Not very detailed, but like kind of informing that yeah, I've got an offer after 46 days after I've started this video series. So guys, it's just about consistency and the dedication you need to have. Like you need to be strong. um, there's no one who won't get any failures. Everybody get failures. It's all about just the first thing is always luck. Okay, if your luck is good, then God be with you. But if not, then we never know how long it's gonna take to reach where we want to reach. So I'm just gonna say that there were times when I was also feeling like giving up, but I tried again, and I'm not going to say a lot about myself. It's just that what happened to me, and yeah, I tried doing things right. I start practicing the things which are important, which were needed for me to be good at. Uh, as far as the interviews and the job is concerned, I needed the job, I got the job. It was 46 days that I made videos daily, and I'm not saying that only that work got me the job. Obviously, I have worked earlier also. There was a knowledge base for me already set up. It was just by I was being consistent and I was good at DSA and all. So yeah, it worked out for me. But the only thing is you need to work consistently. You cannot have a break. You cannot stop until you get it. So yeah, but from today we are starting again. I'm not gonna stop because it's just not about now. It's not about job because I have got the job, but it's about growth now. It's about being consistent at something because DSA is not just about solving questions. It it improves our thinking ability in a lot of things. We think about the question. We think a lot that make our thinking sharp. Thoughts are clear. Many things like a lot of things improve when we are consistent at something which requires sort of thinking. Okay, so that's why I will be continuing the DSA. Maybe I will be doing some more things in the middle of it which are important for my career in the coming future. So yeah, that's about it. So uh, for the start, I'll be just doing the question like Leetcode challenge, daily challenge for today, and which is this question. Okay, so let's start with this. It is minimum operations to make binary array elements equal to 1. Fine. So we are given a binary array nums, and you can do the following operation on the array any number of times, possibly 0. Choose any 3 consecutive elements and flip them all. Flipping an element means changing its value from 0 to 1, 1 to 0. We know that. Return the minimum number of operations required to make all the elements in the nums equal to 1. If it's impossible, return minus 1. So the condition we are given is that we can flip three. We have to flip three element at once. Okay, we cannot flip one element or two element. We have to flip exactly three element at once, and that also consecutive. Okay, so so let's try thinking something for this. So if we have this array, fine, yeah. So so see, one thing is clear. Without thought, just a second. Yeah, make it this. Okay, so one thing is clear that whenever we encounter a 0, we know that we have to change it to 1, right? So let's just take the normal approach for now. Whenever we encounter a 0, we flip it. But with this, we have to flip the next two element also. So if we are going to flip, we found a 0, okay. If we found a 0, we need to flip it. But we have to flip these three elements at once. So if we flip this, it will be become 1 0 and 0, and the next will be the same, 1 0 0. Now this element is done, it's converted to 1. Now we're going to the next element. If it is 0, again we are going to flip it. So we are flipping it again, then it will become 1. The next will also become 1, and it will become 0. The next two element will be the same. So two operation have we have done, one here, one here. Now this is 1. Okay, it's done. This is 1, we don't have to do anything. This is 0, we need to flip it. So 1 1 1. If we flip this, okay, we flip this, then next two elements are also flipped, so it all becomes ones at the cost of 3 operation. And I think that is the minimum number of operation we can do, because that's the normal approach, that we have to iterate the array once, and while iterating we need to see if the element is 0, we need to flip it. With it, the next two elements are also flipped, and kind of a pretty easy question, we can say. So yeah, that's the way we need to do. But one thing we can see here is that we don't have to we have to flip three elements at once, right? So we do not have to care about the last two elements. We have to care about only this last third. After that, we do not see need to see the array. We will not be traversing the array, because if two elements are left, there are not enough number of elements to flip for us. So that's why we will skip that part of the array, the last two elements of the array, and we will exit out of the loop. Okay, but after exiting, we have to check one thing, if the last two elements are 1 or 0. If they are, any of the element is 0, then we have failed, because there is no way we can do this, right? Because the last two elements can only be paired up with this element, and if this is already 1, we won't be flipping this, and if we want to be flipping this, these two elements cannot be changed. That's why it will be if it's a 0 for any of these two elements, then it's impossible to turn on the all the elements 1. Otherwise, yeah, otherwise if both elements are 1, we got the answer. We just have to keep track of the number of flippings we are doing. So let's try to write the code of it. So let's take the count of the flips. Initially 0, fine, and we will start from 0 to nums dot size minus 2. Okay, two elements left. We only have to iterate up to last third element, I plus plus. Then we check one thing, if the current element is 0. Okay, if the current element is 0, then we need to flip it, right? How will we flip is this. We will flip it once, because we know that it's 0. Okay, now what we have to do for this and the next. Okay, so we need to flip them. And how can we flip them now? See, one way of flipping is that we apply the if condition there. If it is 0, change it to 1. If it is 1, change it to 0. But there is a way of doing it with the help of bit manipulation. Obviously that will be the right way also. Let's first go with that way, that if it's 0, then go for 1. My typing speed in C++ is quite a bit decreased, because it's over a month I typed the question. And similarly, we are gonna do this, that if it's 1, then we will change it to 0. And same thing we need to do for nums I plus 2, correct? That's just one way of flipping it. I will be discussing the other way of flipping, easy way of flipping the bit in next method. Okay, so if this is done, okay, done. And every time we do this, okay, we will increment the count by 1, and we will just, now see, before returning the count, we will check that if the last two elements, if nums, let's just say int n is nums dot size, Then the last element, if it is 1, and nums n minus 2 is also 1. Just a second. Okay, if it is also 1, then we will return the count, else we will return minus 1. That it's impossible. Okay, let's try running this. I don't see any problem with it, so it should work fine. Okay, it's giving a wrong answer because, see, let's do this. Yeah, let's see. I don't think I should give a problem, but see, if nums n minus 1, okay, n is the size, we can remove this. If these both are 1, then we will return the count that we have the correct thing, else we will return minus 1. Okay, it's returning minus 1, but it should return the count, because if we because our answer is correct, it's just that the last condition, this is causing some problems. See, okay, the count is also showing 1, so it should not be happening. Okay, nums, okay, this, sorry for that. Yeah, okay, the count is coming out to be 4. And why is that? Because we have 0 count here. First time we come here, and num size 0, num size 0. Then we will do, what is, if num size 0, then nums I will change it to 1, and we will change these two. Like if nums I plus 1 is 0, we'll change it to 1. If it is 1, we'll change it to 0. Same for I plus 2. Okay, and we will count plus plus, count will be increased by 1. So we can do check with every index what will be the count here. So for index 0, the count will be 1. For index 1, when we will be index 1, the count will be 2, because that also need to be changed here. Fine. For the index 2, it will be 3. Perfect. So 1 1 here, and second here. Okay, then the third, at the third element, it should not be happening. Okay, it should not be incrementing this count, but it is incrementing, because okay, okay, okay. So if we see out the nums I plus 1 over here also, then we will check if the next element is 0 or 1. If it is 1, then it should skip the next index. Okay, so initially what happened is, next element is 0, next element is 0, but here after skipping the second element, next element should be 1, but it is 0. Okay, fine. So we got a problem here. Okay, if nums I plus 1 is 0, then it changed to 1. Okay, fine. Actually, what's happening here is, yeah, that's my bad. This should not work, because it will be changed to 1 here. Again, it will enter the if, and it will again be 0. So that's why. Fine. Let me discuss the other way of flipping the bits in a array, integer bits. So what we can do here is, like, if we have heard about the XOR operation, what happen in XOR operation is, between two bits A and B, if we apply the XOR operation, what will be the result? See, the result will be true or 1 if they both are different. And if they both are same, then the result will be 0. We should know that, and even if we don't know that, we can search it up. It will be yeah, it's basically a simple thing. If you have learned about the XOR operation, So if the both the bits are same, then it will be 0. If both bits are different, then it will return 1. So if we do the XOR of the current bit with 1, see, we have to flip the 1 to 0. If we XOR it with 1, it will be 0, correct? And if we XOR 0 with 1, then it will be converted to 1, because both the bits will be different. So either it's 1 or either it's 0. No matter, we have to XOR it with 1. The result will be flipped, right? If it's 1, it will be 0. If it's 0, it will be 1. So that's the way of flipping it. So we can do one thing: nums I plus 1 is equal to nums I plus 1 XOR 1. Fine. And we will do the same thing with nums I plus 2 plus 2. Correct. Now we can remove this because for sure this is correct. Exactly. Yeah. So we can try submitting this. And the last method was totally wrong. I don't know why it came to my mind, but it was really a bad idea. I don't know what I was thinking at that time, but yeah. Anyways, it's done. And so this was a pretty easy question to do. It was just that I was trying to do something else, but yeah, that's the way of flipping the bits using bit manipulation. And we should know these basic operations of bits because it makes our work so easy. Otherwise, we God knows we have to do what operation. Okay, so fine. Um, yeah, instead of that, if we can have used else there. Okay, yeah, correct. So if yeah, we can still do that method. Okay, let me show you guys how to do that method. If we have this, then we can just do this. Okay, if nums I plus 1 is 0, it will be changed to 1, and if it's not 0, it will be changed to 0. So instead of this if, we can use else, so that only one of the if or else operates. Okay, if we do both the if, it will check both the if, it will enter the both of the ifs. Okay, but if we do this as else, then what will happen is if it has executed the if, it won't enter else, and if it's not executing if, then we are just good. So it should run now, it should work just fine. Yeah, exactly. So we can remove these and still do that. Yeah, so I was kind of right, but yeah, missed a little thing. That's fine. Yeah, perfect. So yeah, these are were two submissions. Perfect. Not a lot of difference because we haven't used any memory. It's just the auxiliary memory, and runtime is almost the same. So perfect. We are good with this question. So yeah, we will be doing the questions daily from now on. I will try to do different things, and yeah, that's it for today. It was a small video, but that's just for the start. For daily, we'll be try to do multiple questions, not just one question. So fine. That was a good start for me, I guess. It was not a very much hard question because it would have been a hard task to do a hard question on the first day. So yeah, fine for me. I will just practice daily now, and we'll try to be good at DSA with time, more good with DSA time. Okay, and if you guys have anything else to ask, you can just ask in the comments about the job. Like I have already joined 2 days ago, 17th March was my joining at Amazon, Hyderabad. So yeah, if you have anything to ask, you can ask me about that. And yeah, that was it for today. We'll meet again tomorrow.